I believe I had my first drink around 14. So it started with drinking, and then it led to also marijuana. And then I threw in some pills here and there, like Xanaxes, Valiums. And then around the age of 21, I think I tried cocaine for the first time. And then 24, I tried heroin. I was in my third year of college at Miami University, and I ended up becoming a full-blown heroin addict. I lost everything. I went to prison 3 times. I've gone to jail. I can't even count the amount of times. I think it's over 30. I did 111 days once for stealing a 20-ounce Mountain Dew. I had money, but I was waiting on the drug dealer, and I was thirsty. So I wouldn't spend any of my drug money on even something to drink. I overdosed several times. In 2017, I woke up from a coma. I had endocarditis. It was MRSA in my heart, and it had fell to my lungs. I had got the blood infection from shooting the dope, and the doctors had called my family and asked what they were going to do with my remains because they said I was not going to live. They were surprised that I even woke up from the coma. And I remember being in that hospital and thinking, I'm going to die. And I remember praying that, God, if you let me live, I promise I'll never smoke another cigarette. I won't do anything ever to harm myself again. Well, that lasted for a little while, but then I slowly went right back into using again. In 2018, I got a blood infection again. I had knocked on my parents' door one day, and my mom said, I don't know you. You're not my daughter. My daughter died 21 years ago. And I reached out and I got into a sober living. I did not want to live that way anymore, and I started doing AA. And so my mom and my dad, they let me come back home, and I was able to spend the last 10 days with my mother before she passed away. So I was able to be there when she took her last breath. And one thing that she asked me to promise her was that I would never do heroin again. I did do it one more time after that. I ended up with the blood infection again and almost missed my mother's funeral. The way that I was living was not working. I was in a very abusive relationship. I've had black eyes, I've had stitches, broken bones, bit, strangled, choked out, fingers shoved down my throat to stop me from screaming. And I think that it just, each time just kind of put another nail in the coffin, if that makes any sense, of just like making me get so far down into this deep hole that I felt that I couldn't get out of it. Just being so desperate to be loved, I guess, because I think that I really didn't feel that I was worth anything. And I got to the point where I did not want to live anymore. I said a prayer that I really didn't even believe could happen. I said, God help me. I just took a leap of faith, really, and God led me here. I believe that it stemmed from feeling abandoned by my father. And now I actually have a relationship with him. Since I've been at Reset, God's just like really restoring that relationship. He met my older son, he's 33. He hadn't seen him since he was about 6. That's what's been happening since I said that prayer and I trusted God and I landed here at Reset. He's like healing my land, which is the relationship with my children and my father and my self-esteem, my relationship with God, realizing that I am his favorite, that all of his children are. I have confidence. I feel loved. I feel like I can love others. I know that God saved my life. To still be here today is a miracle. I am really amazed by like the transformation that has taken place since I got here. I have a job, I have a car, I have my sons back in my life, I have my dad in my life, I have a beautiful apartment. The biggest issue I feel like I've had that's kept me stuck for many years is to be able to forgive myself. I've had guilt and shame. And I don't really have that guilt and shame anymore. And the things that I've done, I've not meant to harm others, but in harming myself, I harm others. And I'm on the road and I have the tools now to not cause any more destruction.